Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well. And peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word in sincerity and truth. You know, a lot of times when a brother is coming up in his thing, you know, whether he be a disciple or a teacher, you know, he's zealous for the word. And you know, and there's certain scenarios or problems that arise in the camp, and he wants to convey, you know, his opinion, you know, and that opinion can be persuaded by the scriptures, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you definitely want to be in order, you know, you want to be in order when certain problems arise, or just in general when speaking. You know, you have brothers that's been toiling in this thing for, 10 years or 9 years or 8 years, you know, and they have a more balanced point of view because they've been through things, you know, and one thing that you cannot teach is experience. So it's very important as a younger brother to respect a brother that's above you experience. You see, now you could be a guy that's, you know, very versed in the scriptures, and very well spoken, but that still doesn't negate the fact that you don't have that time, you know, in the truth as somebody else, you know, that's been in this thing for, you know, for years, longer than you. So it's very important. It's very, very important, you know, to watch, you know, to watch yourself, man, and to remain in order. You know, I've been seeing, you know, a lot of, you know, just what I've been seeing, you know, a lot of people have been, you know, younger brothers have been very opinionated, and it's not needed. You know, it's out of season, and quite frankly, you don't know what you're talking about, or if you're speaking about something, you don't have the experience to back up what you're speaking about, and it comes off as if you're just trying to get a pat on the back, or or accolades, and this is not what we're not in here for. That we're not in here to just be idly talking or vain talking. The young boys down here in Texas like to say dry talking. I like that term. You know, this thing of ours isn't about a pat on the back. Oh, yeah, I said something profound. Yes, you know, no. You know, this is a very serious business that we are engaged in, man. So, you know, it's very important that we are checking ourselves, you know, in every avenue. So this is Sirach 32:7. Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. If thy speech be short, comprehending, let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. That's right. So a lot of times in these scenario arises, things of that nature, you know, you might feel like you don't understand a certain order that was given, or, you know, a brother might have said something, you know, to you that you didn't quite understand. You know, what you want to do is go to that person and get understanding versus going and talking to other people, or even people that's that's not even in your camp. You don't want to do that. You see. Also, you know, when there's, you know, a older brother is speaking about, you know, scenarios in the camp, you know, sometimes it's best to just listen than to convey your point of view, because again, you don't have that experience. You know, you don't have that experience in teaching or in delegating, different orders, if you will. So it's best sometimes just to be quiet, you know, because, you know, you're biting off from more than what you can chew. and that could get you into some serious trouble. You know, if thou be in a great man, make not thyself. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. That's right. So when you're around a elder, if the elder is speaking, sometimes interjecting isn't such a smart idea, because why is that? You're making yourself equal to that particular elder, and we definitely don't want to do that. We don't want to be out of order, man. And you definitely don't want to come off prideful in this thing of ours. Don't allow yourself to get too familiar to where you feel like, you have to say something. Because again, this thing isn't about us, vain talking so we can get a pat on the back of, or get some accolades, if you will. This thing isn't about this. This thing is about pushing the will of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua, and that takes order. That takes order. And we definitely want to be in order, especially in the days that we are approaching. Order is going to be a covering. Order is going to help us move in that time, man. And if you're coming in that I got this spirit, the Most High will put you in a scenario to where you'll figure out real quickly that you don't, man. So you got to be careful. You have to be careful, man. Now, this is Sirach 20:5. There is one that keepeth silence and is found wise, and another by much babbling becometh hateful. Some man holdeth his tongue because he hath not to answer, and some keepeth silence knowing his time. Timing is everything. What you're saying could be very right, but if your timing is off, then what you were going to say is totally negated. Why is that? Because, people don't want to hear somebody that's always talking. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you are a younger brother. When an older brother is bringing it out, you don't have to speak. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that, man. It's good just to be quiet. A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool will regard no time. That's right. Just dry talking. It's just talking because you want to hear yourself talking. You don't want to come in that stead. You don't want to be seen as that, man. He that useth many words shall be abhorred, and he that taketh to himself authority therein shall be hated. That's right. So, you taking authority upon yourself. You're a younger brother. You'll be hated. You'll be hated by people, that's below you, because they're seeing the fact that you just got in this thing and you're doing too much, and people above you because you haven't earned your stripes. Your stripes. You haven't been through the things that brothers have been through in this thing, that are deacons and elders, man. You see? So again, it's best to just, monitor yourself, man. Be quiet, Now, in the same token, you're going to have younger brothers that's on fire, and a brother, brothers that are older. Is very important that we aren't extinguishing these younger brothers' fire, but cultivating that fire, man. And that takes you humbling yourself, and also it takes you turning the other cheek, because you know what, this conversation that we're having, I've been on the side of the younger brother or a teacher, and I've overstepped my boundaries, not because I was doing it maliciously, but because I was zealous, and that And that zeal had to be harnessed. You see? So, you know, what I'm starting to understand too is, as an older brother, don't take everything so personally, like this brother is, attacking you, or he doesn't respect you. That's not the case. The case is the brother is just probably just ridiculously zealous, and he doesn't see that he's doing too much, man. I was talking to an elder today about a scenario when I was doing too much, and at the time, I thought I was justified. I thought I was doing my thing, but I was sorely wrong. I was ridiculously wrong, and I wasn't doing that maliciously, but again, because I wanted to do the work, but I was overstepping my boundaries. Not necessarily even with my actions, but with my tongue, interjecting, conveying my opinion when it was out of order. You see? So, with these younger brothers, they're coming up on a higher level. They're coming in on a higher level than we were, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful thing. We want that, you see. But, with knowing that it's very important. I'm starting to understand to keep your posture. You older brothers, keep your posture. Don't let these younger brothers get too familiar, because once they do that, they feel like they're on a status or on a level, in which they really aren't on. I'm more of a hands-on teacher, so I like to be in the midst of the younger brothers, and that takes a bit of familiarity, but even still, one thing that I have learned is you can't let yourself get too familiar around these younger brothers, man. And also, again, having mercy. Mercy is very important. Being a older brother in this thing, man. Younger brothers are gonna do and say things that's gonna rub you the wrong way, but that doesn't mean that particular person is being malicious, man. It's just a younger brother that's zealous, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sirach 19:16. There is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. And who is he that hath not offended with his tongue? Come on, man. These are younger brothers, man. They're gonna they're gonna be zealous, and they're gonna make mistakes. That doesn't mean that particular person is wicked, or he's looking at you as if he doesn't respect you. That's not the case. He's just, again, a younger brother, and he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. Verse 17. Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him, and not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. That's right. So it's good to speak to brothers about how you feeling versus, threaten them, or even trying to bring a particular younger brother to counsel. That's not the case. It's good to speak and speak to these young brothers, because again, they don't know. They don't know that these younger brothers don't know. A lot of them don't know that there are rubber brothers the wrong way by speaking too much or even doing too much, man. You see, but instead of using this, seeing this as as a time in which you're offended, we should see this as a time to teach these younger brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's very important. Let's see, and I have one more scripture I'm gonna get at you, bro's way. Sirach 3:18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. So if you will come to serve the Lord, you are to humble yourself. You see, you're not looking for a cloud. You're not looking for, a pat on the back, or accolades, things of that nature. And that goes for your older brother or younger brother. You see what I'm saying? So This is what it's all about. Serving the Lord, man. And it takes humility on, from a older brother and from a younger brother, man. So I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and those that rule well. And peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word in sincerity, also in truth. Shalom.